a 30-pound animal taking on a pride of lions and winning. An animal that shrugs off cobra venom like it's nothing. A creature so tough, it can escape from any enclosure humans build. This isn't a mythical beast. This is the honey badger, and you're about to witness why it's earned the title of nature's most unstoppable force. More remarkably, these incredible feats aren't rare occurrences. They're just another day in the life of nature's most fearless survivor. In the harsh African wilderness, size usually determines who survives. But there's one animal that didn't get that memo. Standing barely a foot tall, the honey badger has earned a reputation that sends even the largest predators running for cover. These creatures, weighing no more than your average house cat, have been documented taking down prey 10 times their size. Their daily routine is a testament to their incredible resilience and unwavering determination. Let's follow a typical day in the life of this extraordinary creature. As the African sun begins to set, our honey badger emerges from its burrow. Unlike most animals that stick to a specific territory, honey badgers can travel up to 20 miles in a single night. Their restless nature drives them to continuously explore, hunt, and challenge any creature that crosses their path. Their day begins with careful burrow maintenance. A honey badger's burrow isn't just a simple hole in the ground. It's an engineering marvel with multiple chambers, emergency exits, and even ventilation shafts. They spend up to 2 hours each day expanding and maintaining these complex structures, using their powerful claws to dig through even the hardest soil. As darkness falls, the honey badger begins its hunting routine. These creatures are practically bottomless pits when it comes to appetite. They need to consume roughly 25% of their body weight each day to maintain their incredible energy levels. This means a constant search for food that can last up to 8 hours per night. Their hunting pattern is unlike any other predators. In a single night, a honey badger might dig up scorpions, raid beehives, challenge larger predators for their kills, and even take on venomous snakes. They don't just stick to one hunting strategy. They employ different tactics depending on their prey and circumstances. Between hunting sessions, honey badgers engage in what researchers call systematic foraging. They methodically search every inch of their territory, using their incredible sense of smell to detect prey up to 6 feet underground. They'll overturn rocks, dig into termite mounds, and even climb trees to check for potential food sources. But it's their incredible survival abilities that truly set them apart. Let's look at some of the most extraordinary documented cases from recent research. In Botswana's Okavango Delta, researchers witnessed a honey badger survive what they thought was certain death. After falling into deep water during a confrontation with a leopard, the honey badger not only managed to swim to safety, but turned around to chase the leopard that had knocked it in. This same individual was observed the next day successfully raiding a python nest, showing no signs of fatigue from its near-death experience. In Zimbabwe's Hwange National Park, a research team documented a honey badger taking on an entire clan of spotted hyenas. The confrontation lasted nearly 4 hours, with the honey badger repeatedly charging the group of 8 adult hyenas. More incredibly, it managed to steal their kill and drag it back to its burrow, fighting off pursuit attempts the entire way. At South Africa's Malamala Game Reserve, researchers observed a honey badger survive being bitten by a black mamba, one of Africa's deadliest snakes. Instead of succumbing to the venom, the honey badger took a brief nap, woke up after 2 hours, and proceeded to track down and eat the same snake that had bitten it. In Kenya's Masai Mara, a camera trap captured footage of a honey badger surviving a direct hit from a charging rhinoceros. The impact sent it flying several meters through the air. Not only did it survive, but it immediately got up and attempted to charge back at the rhino, only retreating after several more confrontations. Their nighttime activities are equally impressive. Honey badgers have been documented staying active for up to 16 hours straight, covering vast distances in search of food. They've been observed digging up prey from depths of over 3 feet, breaking into chicken coops reinforced with concrete, and scaling seemingly unclimbable cliffs to reach beehives. One particularly remarkable case from Namibia showed a honey badger surviving 3 days trapped at the bottom of a dry well. Instead of succumbing to exhaustion, it methodically piled up debris it found at the bottom, creating a makeshift ramp to escape. Within hours of escaping, it was observed successfully hunting and showing no signs of its ordeal. Their daily routine also includes regular territory marking and maintenance. A single honey badger can patrol and defend an area up to 200 square miles in size. They mark their territory not just with scent, but with carefully maintained paths and regular displays of dominance toward any other predators they encounter. In areas where honey badgers have adapted to human presence, their survival skills have become even more impressive. At a wildlife sanctuary in South Africa, a honey badger named Stoffel became famous for escaping his enclosure over 40 times, using everything from rakes to tree branches as tools. He would even pretend to be asleep to lull his caretakers into a false sense of security before making his escape attempts. Remember that lion from the beginning? Scientists recently tracked a honey badger that survived 3 separate lion attacks in 1 week. Not just survived, but fought back each time, eventually establishing dominance over that particular territory. The lions began actively avoiding areas where they detected honey badger scent markings. While you're trying to process how this small carnivore manages to be virtually indestructible, here's something to keep you up at night. Honey badgers have been observed hunting in pairs, and they're getting smarter. Recent studies suggest they're developing increasingly complex social behaviors, potentially evolving toward pack hunting, strategies that could make them even more formidable. Researchers have already documented cases of coordinated attacks, with pairs of honey badgers taking down prey that would be impossible for a single individual to handle. The question isn't whether honey badgers will continue to evolve, it's whether the rest of the animal kingdom is ready for what they might become. The honey badger isn't just an animal, it's a symbol of resilience, determination, and fearless survival. From venomous snakes to apex predators, nothing can stop this incredible creature. If one animal could teach us a lesson about never giving up, it's the honey badger. Despite its size, it's conquered the wild through sheer willpower and adaptability, proving that strength isn't just about size, but about spirit. So next time you face a challenge that seems impossible, just remember, if a honey badger can take on lions and survive black mamba venom, what's stopping you? Thank you for joining us on this journey into the life of one of nature's toughest creatures. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to explore more of the wildest stories from the animal kingdom.